We're good.
Oh, no, he's right down. See,
Where were they getting that? That's not bad.
We had
I know about it.
in our post for years. How long did you use the microphone? Big head.
Right down, right when you get to near,
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
You got my
the
good side?
microphone.
You got my good side on the camera?
Use that microphone.
Mr. Fisher always gets my good side on the camera.
I don't know.
My wife's like, you need to smile more in these pictures. Sam speaks up.
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Should I put an asterisk on there? To be determined.
1 minute. That sounds like a good cover. We're a little.
That sounded violent.
Used to be on the back of the.
I'm gonna hand that out to people.
I don't have it.
Meeting will come to order.
Use the microphone.
Powers and plates, hand salute. 2. Uncover, please. The chaplain would offer a prayer.
Use the mic.
Almighty God, Father of all mankind, and Judge over nations, we pray thee to guide our work in this meeting and in all our days. Send thy peace to our nation and to all nations. Hasten the fulfillment of thy promise of peace that shall have no end. We pray for those who serve the people and guard the public welfare, that by thy blessing they may be enabled to discharge their duties honestly and well. We pray for our comrades that by thy help they may observe the strictest justice, keep alight the fires of freedom, strive earnestly for the spirit of democracy, and preserve untarnished our loyalty to our country and to thee. Finally, O God of mercy, we ask thy blessing and comfort for those comrades who are suffering mental and physical disabilities. Cheer them and bring them the blessings of health and happiness. Amen.
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 Please follow me reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call your attention to the empty chair now placed at all official meetings of the American Legion, which serves as a symbol of the many American POW MIAs still unaccounted for from wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. It is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who died bravely in the defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Will the Master-at-Arms place the flag on the empty chair? Cover. Please recite the preamble to the Constitution of the American Legion. For God and country, we associate ourselves with the following purposes: to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, to foster and perpetuate the 100% American, to verbs and memories of existence or to all course. Community, state, and nation. To combat the atrocities of both the classes and the masses. To make right the master of the mighty. To promote peace and goodwill on earth. To safeguard and sanctify democracy. To create and safeguard justice. Now declare this meeting of the Morris County Committee Department of New Jersey convened. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right, thank you.
What?
Adjutant, conduct the roll call of officers.
Commander Marciano,
Here.
DEC Kramer.
Here.
Finance Officer James Bolte.
Here.
Vice Commander Bergen is excused. Vice Commander Sabal.
Here.
Vice Commander Michaels.
Here.
Vice Commander Akhmetov.
Here.
Vice Commander Connors is here. Appointed officers, Adjutant Connors is here. Master at Arms is excused. Mary Brain. Service Officer Julio Diosis.
Here.
Judge Advocate.
Excuse me.
Excused.
Excused. Historian Dennis Pepora is here. Chaplain's excused. Posts.
Adjutant, conduct the roll call of post, please.
Post 27. Here. How many?
We have.
2. 43.
1.
59.
Two.
59.
Okay,
Post 91.
you're gonna do it? You could do it if you
Post
want,
154.
5.
but I'll. do
Post
it.
155.
Here. 1.
Post 242. Post 242. Post 245.
1.
Post 249.
1.
Post 279. Post 279. Post 342.
1.
Post 344 is 1.
Is Kim gonna do it?
Post 390.
Christina's gonna do it. Okay.
Post 423. 423.
2.
Post 450.
6.
How many?
6.
6.
It's
Post
done.
312. 0. Sir, we have a quorum of the posts.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not gonna do it. You should have just let me do it.
The minutes from the previous meeting have been sent out via email. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes? May I have a motion on the floor to accept the minutes? I'm second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. DEC, do we have any guests, sir?
Yes, sir, we have a guest. I'd like to introduce PDC and American Legion Department of New Jersey CIO, current CIO, past department commander, past oratorical chair, among other things, and currently running one of our 2 candidates that New Jersey is going to put forward, one of them for national commander. And this is PDC Steve Fisher, who was my commander when I was state vice commander.
Don't want to hear you.
No, I think it's.
You don't want to hear me, Mark. That's for sure.
I'm pretty sure that I can enunciate loud enough for everyone to hear me, correct?
What?
Yeah. Huh? Say what?
Who?
More bad.
Where? Nobody said Rick Miller. Good evening, my fellow Legionnaires. I'm so happy to be here with all of you in Morris County once again. My remarks tonight are not my typical remarks. When I typically speak to Legionnaires, I talk about what we accomplish. As a candidate seeking endorsement to represent New Jersey as a future national commander, I want to speak to you tonight and provide you with my background and thoughts. If you were to speak with any of my lifelong friends, they would tell you that from my childhood, I held three things as my guiding principles. GCF, God, country, family. God is, was, and must always be the most important principle. God is the creator of us all and has blessed us with free will. God strengthens our souls to guide, protect, heal, and help us to make our world a better place. God has blessed me with an amazing wife, incredible children and grandchildren. God has blessed me with friends that I cherish deeply. We are so fortunate to live here in the United States of America. Our country and the freedoms we enjoy provide us all with opportunities that so many in this world do not have. We may at times not agree with each other as citizens. However, all of us Legionnaires have stepped up to protect and defend our country and our American way of life. We have patriotism, and we know what sacrifices it takes to preserve freedom for our future generations. You may be wondering why country is before family. I came to the realization at a young age that if I did not have the liberty and freedoms afforded to me in this country, and the ability to worship God as I believe, I would not have the family that I could have. Let me tell you about my family. It is incredibly simple to understand. I love my family, without exception. Over the years, relatives such as cousins may have lost touch. But they know that if they needed me, I would be there. I want you all to know that this includes my brothers and sisters who also wore the uniform. All my fellow Legionnaires, which is the foundation of my American Legion family. I have spent my life dedicated to God, country, family, and to protecting our children. I work in K through higher ed, which I've done for over 20 years, bringing next generation tools to our children, helping them be better prepared for this ever-changing 21st century, while employing multiple layers as safeguards to protect them. My Legion bio has what one would expect. Various committee roles at the post, county, department, and national levels. National Legion College graduate, class of 2017. Oratorical chairman. New Jersey American Legion College provost. Legislative representative to the Washington Conference. Various officer positions at the post, county, and department levels up to department commander 2022-2023. My commitment to this great organization is so evident that you will not find me involved in any other organization. All of my time outside of family and work is here. At every position that I was elected to, I have proven that I walk the walk and do whatever is necessary to accomplish the mission. I currently serve as the Chief Information Officer for the Department of New Jersey. This position was created based on the needs of the department to accelerate us moving forward. I have worked tirelessly over the past several years, modernizing the technology throughout the department. I continue to work on developing and implementing more robust processes to ensure a continued 21st century operational readiness level for our staff to support our mission. We now have a modern website and consistent messaging and branding across social media. Speaking of social media, if you happen to follow the department, you will see many pictures and videos of our American Legion family members and officers. You won't see many containing me. That is because I'm the one behind the camera, taking the pictures and filming all of the great work that our American Legion family is doing here throughout New Jersey and nationally. I believe so much in what the American Legion stands for and our mission that I continually rededicate myself to help us succeed in that mission. I have and will continue to fight for our members, veterans, and our children and youth. My journey through life set the foundation for me in this organization. GCF, God, Country, Family. I would add Legion Family to that. New Jersey needs a candidate for national commander whose unwavering commitment is unquestionable, whose dedication to God and country is honest and true. I humbly ask you to consider giving me the high honor of representing New Jersey as the supported candidate for the high office of national commander. In closing, I ask that God continue to bless and protect our service members, our American Legion family, and the United States of America. Thank you all so much for your time.
Questions for PDC Fisher?
That's why you'll give you a microphone. You'll never get it back. Your meeting would run a lot longer. I'm a man of few words.
That's the first lie I've heard tonight. That's my job.
I was one.
You elected to
Will
it.
was gracious enough to join me on that year, traveling around as one of the vice commanders. He got some really quality bonding time with one of the other vice commanders on our drive to and from Indianapolis. While I, for the most part, was in the middle row with the headphones on, working on the laptop, trying not to let him. Yes.
Explain to these gentlemen what you did in the military.
What I did in the military? I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. Served on USS Seahorse, which was a nuclear-powered submarine. So I'm a bubblehead. I have dolphins. My job primarily was an FTG, Fire Control Technician with Guns. So weapon system. Interesting fact, on a submarine, my job, I was one of very few people that could actually use the word fire unless there was an actual fire. Because what are you doing? Fire a torpedo, fire a missile, right? Or fire an engine room, which nobody wants to go through. When I finished up my active duty time, I went into the reserves and I was attached to the reserve component of the USS Monterey, which was a CG. My rate being a submarine-only rate, in the reserves, at that time, there was 2 reserve submarine squadrons, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. You could only get a billet there if somebody retired or died. So, of course, the military knows what they're doing, and they put a CG as my destination. And the closest that you could come was an FC, fire control. So I got to spend my drill period down on the Monterey at the time out of Mayport. And I was asked to stay for an extended period because apparently they don't teach them how to fix their own gear. So of course I'm happy to oblige. I was offered the opportunity to go back on active duty under the condition of losing a strike because there was no E5 billets at the time. And it was hard enough to get it. When I got E5, second class petty officer, my score was the score. Meaning I was the only one in the fleet that got it in my ring. So I was very much hated. I did not want to go through that a second time. Right. But since I've been in the Legion, I've been active at all levels. And for those of you that go to Legion College, you see me there. I've taught many of the courses. I chair committees. And right now, as chairman for public relations, our job is to promote what our American Legion family is doing, all the good work. So I will tell you, if your post, squadron, unit, chapter, county is doing anything in the public or at your local post, presentations, awards, whatever, take pictures, just like you would for the Legionnaire, right? Write up a little blurb about what's going on. Send it to the Legionnaire, that's fine. But send it to social@njamericanlegion.org. Again, it's social@njamericanlegion.org. If you do, I take that, put it out on social media, put it on the website a lot of times as a blog post, put it on LinkedIn as an article. Again, promoting what our American Legion family is doing. Public doesn't know if you're not telling them. And we've done a poor job of that for many years. Answer that question. And then went on. See?
Steve, thank you very much.
He knows.
And if any of us want to complain, there's a guy named Eddie O'Neill down in
Yes.
Canton County that we can complain
You
to.
can thank or blame Eddie O'Neill for me being here. Why is that? Because I was low-hanging fruit. I was post 1000.
I was gonna make a point. We talk about membership, about how we get people, and a lot of people don't just come to Legion, someone asks them to join. Eddie O'Neill was his person who reached out and said, why aren't you a member of a post? I wasn't in the American Legion, and a former post commander at 423 said to me when my son was getting interviewed for Boy State, why aren't you in the Legion? Oh, they never asked me, I don't know. So you can blame him,
So that was a-
except he's passed away.
That was a former commander, I was gonna say former commander of 423, that's who you gotta thank or blame.
We've been sorry to listen. Thank you very
Everyone
much.
have a very enjoyable meeting, safe travels home. And I look forward to seeing as many of you in Wildwood for our convention.
And me on Sunday.
Yes. And I'll see you training
Training.
for the birthday.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
Commander by your leave.
I can't hear you, Dennis. Yeah, I wrote it down. Good. 'Cause I'm gonna need it. I knew you'd want it.
Mr. Kramer. Officer reports. DC Kramer, do you have a report, sir?
I do. Not a short one, long one.
Medium.
No. So this week is the Washington Conference, as PEC Fisher mentioned. I'm also a delegate from National to the Washington Conference. That's where representative for each congressman and senator, hopefully, will meet. And then we'll go out and talk to our congressmen and senators. And then there'll be a joint Veteran Affairs Committee, Senate and House Veterans Affairs Committee meeting with an address by the National Commander of the American Legion on Wednesday. So I'm gonna be at that, leaving on Sunday morning. So I'm gonna miss your pancake practice.
More from me.
But we've got a legislative agenda. It's very different than in past years. In past years, it was 2 pages with 10 bills. This year, it's 10 pages and no specific bills are listed, but there's 10 priorities. And it's things that we've always pushed for.
So anyway, Dan Mason went snowmobiling.
No, it's not about snowmobiling, but
It's all right.
you can find our legislative agenda on mylegion.org. Okay, on legion.org. I urge you, everyone, to look at it. to understand it. And looking forward over the next year, we're gonna be pushing New Jersey legislative stuff forward quite a bit more. I've noticed that, County Vice President Bergen slipped in, and he can tell you that we've made a big push in the last few months to get close to the legislature. And we actually have legislative priorities, 4 priorities. And their effect on each of you individually will vary. But one that I know that Vice Commander Bergen is a big part of pushing is proportional tax relief, tax exemption for disabled vets that are not 100%. So 50% and above to give them tax relief from property taxes. We're pushing that. That's one of our 4. Increasing the property tax deduction from its current $250 to, well, we'll see what it gets to, but we're hoping for $2,500.
Ooh.
That will require a referendum. Okay, so it's not just us putting the squeeze on the legislature. We have to put the squeeze on the legislature to get it on the ballot. But once it's on the ballot, we have to get the voters to approve it, which will probably call for all of you to help. Is that a fair assessment? Okay, so stand by on this one. I would tell you, urge your legislator, if you know them, to get behind this. But if it does get to the ballot, we're really gonna be executing an information campaign here because we want this approved. $250 has been in place for quite a while, and inflation kind of makes that ridiculous. Okay. Anybody have any questions on that thus far?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Would that be funded by the towns or by the state?
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, part of the bill includes the state reimbursing the towns for what they don't get.
Because 100% comes out of the town's budget, not out of the state.
State's supposed to reimburse it.
Yeah, so there are 2 bills, both that deal with this issue. Both that are slightly different, but both of them include a reimbursement from the state back to the town, including the 100%, because it's been a point of contention for municipalities for years that they cover the cost of the 100% disabled veteran exemptions. So the state would then pick it up. And that. Can I just say one thing? I just want to applaud Will Kramer for doing what he's doing with the legislative agenda for the American Legion. I got to be honest, it's been the VFW. They've been the sole drumbeat down there, and a lot of times they're a little misguided by ego. And so it's nice to have other adults in the room to talk about these legislative priorities. It's a good balance. The Legion, while involved, has been at the periphery for a long time. Will is really leading the fight to get the Legion back in the mix, talking about things before they move, and really influential at the state level. So I just want to say that and applaud you for your efforts.
Thank you. One thing that I won't do, and I don't want to cast shade, but now I'm going to throw a little shade. I got an email. I'm a member of the VFW as well. Many people here are. And I saw a link on an email they sent recently, which had their legislative agenda for New Jersey. And when I clicked on it, it was the entire list of everything in front of the Veterans Committee. So it was like 30 bills. And I don't know, everybody here know what Murphy's Law is?
Yeah.
Anything that could go wrong will go wrong, okay? Here's Kramer's Law, not Murphy's Law. Kramer's Law, when you prioritize everything, you prioritize nothing. Okay, you can't prioritize all 30 bills. You can't do it. Okay, matter of fact, some of them are duplicates. Okay, how can you prioritize 2 that are the same things? It dilutes your message. So you will never see me do that. Okay, and I know my state rep here agrees with me on that.
I do.
Although, so now I'm going to change hats and do Boys State for a second here. We should be in the middle of interviewing boys I'm gonna be getting a check for our county four slots here tonight. But I have to ask for one thing from every post. Department's been a little slow with giving me a list of who the current boys state reps are for each post. Now, off the top of my head, just based on people that I've talked to recently, I know that Danny is one, so post 27, you don't need to do this, okay? 390, I believe it's Paul Tabarone. So you don't have to do this, okay? 91, I know who your guy is. 59 is Stan Kasiski. Beyond that, I need everybody else to send me email. 3.2 is gonna be Francine, okay?
Yes.
Everybody
I
else
wanna
send,
get that.
I need your post to send me an email of who your person is. Albert, I do know that, okay, but it would be helpful if I get these emails so I can put them into one list, because right now I don't have that. Okay? If I sat there and thought about it, but, I mean, I don't know who is for 423 right now.
Jim Leach, you do.
I do know. But I don't remember, I don't know, it hasn't changed. I don't know that it hasn't changed.
I'm not talking about that. I want to bring up a motion
Okay,
that we pay for 4 boys to go to Boys State, because if it's not brought up on the floor, you're not getting any money.
okay. So we have a motion on the
Make a
floor.
motion that we put $1,200 aside to go to Boys State.
I second it.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved.
And I'll just
Thank
close
you.
with this, thank you. I will close with this. Many of you at various times get questions about Girls State. We still can't have no influence on that. I can refer you to the right people, but it's an auxiliary program. There are discussions to change that, but right now the auxiliary is not participating in those. But we are trying to change that. Right now, the girls are not getting as much of an opportunity like boys do. And I'm not picking on the auxiliaries, particularly Morris County Auxiliary, which does a great job. But just for illustration, last year, Morris County sent 73 boys to Boys State. Our budget for Girls State is 11, not budget dollars. Our slots available is 11 for the whole county, which is less than 1 per post. Okay, my post sends 10 to Boys State. We hope we can send 1 to Girls State. We're hoping to do something with that. The Boys State organization is hoping to work something, but right now, unknown how that's going to work out. And I'm not going to speak out of turn beyond that. Yes, sir.
So there's nothing else being spoken to about what you spoke about last year about combining the two? Nothing else has been determined?
Nothing else has been determined. Right now, there's a little bit of coordination going on, but it makes me, it's gonna sound silly, it makes me sad that we can't give the girls what the boys have. For example, Vice Commander Bergen speaks at Boys State. Okay, we have over 100 career seminars at Boys State. Okay, over 100. We have the Surface Academy seminar, military officer, military careers. All that's at Boys State. It's not a Girls State. Okay, I feel bad about it. Nothing else I can say. Subject to your questions, that concludes my time. Let me say one more thing. We had PDC Fisher previously 2 months ago. We had PDC O'Grady. How we're going to determine, so the county is going to have to endorse one of them. There's going to be a process at convention where we will choose who New Jersey's putting forward. Right now, that's going back and forth of the mechanics of how it's going to be done. What I will tell you is what I want to do, because this has gone back and forth, is before Wildwood. So let's just say in May, which is our county convention, I would like us to vote on who we are going to back between the two who both come and spoken in our meeting. And I will then vote that strength at convention. And that would be my plan right now. We know that's going to be something like that. The only question is how many we're going to get to vote, whether it's our approved strength or how many we actually have registered or however many we have on the floor at that moment. That's not determined yet. But I want to know who Morris County, I want from you who Morris County is going to support. So we're not going to vote on that today. Anybody have any problems or issues with that? I think that's our best way forward. Two very good candidates, two very different people.
You said your goal was you want to get what, 1,000 people down there this year?
The Wildwood or the Boy State?
No, for the Legion College.
Oh, we can't do 1,000 people at Legion College.
No.
No, it's nowhere near it. We'd like to get 1,000 to Boy State.
Excuse me, Boy State.
We would like to get 1,000 to Boy State.
Yeah.
Last year, we were about 850. But if you want to send double what you sent last time, if you guys want to send more, send them. We won't over stress it. We'd love it.
Well, and the price is still the same?
Price is the same.
So 200.
300. 300. Theoretically, the official position of the Boy State organization is still that to charge the boy $50 and the post pays 250, but I don't know of a post in Morris County that does it that way. I think everybody pays all 300. And I know some posts give them some spending money. Okay,
One more question.
sure.
If a post or a school would like to be able to have 2 or 3 children go, but the post can only afford to pay for one. What are there options?
So 2 things you can do. One is to hit me up. And I have some slots that we just agreed to pay for. The other thing is, if you make them an alternate, so if you have more than you can pay for, make primaries and alternates. And the way I'll fill that alternate is and what's happened in the past is Elmer will have someone who backs out, Bruce will have someone who backs out, and I will switch your person into their spot with their approval. We've done this for years. 155 does this with me in the past. I very much want us to do that. So this county's very good about that.
I just have one input if you don't want. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Sure, what I normally do.
You stand up, please, so we can hear you.
What I normally do is I offer to the counselors at the school that I'm dealing with, that if they have extra boys who wish to go, their parents or business can pay, and we will sponsor them, channel the money through us, and I will send the check down. This way, they're only paying $300 versus $350.
Correct. If a boy's family self-sponsors for them, or somebody other than a post, then it's $350. Okay, but if you go through a post, it's $300. Okay, but for your issue, if the post is able to do one, and you think you have another 1 or 2 that you really want to push, let me know. And we'll see what we can do. We've never had an alternate not get in.
And I also, if Post 390 has 4 people going, 2 additionals, they don't know that yet, but I'm gonna pay for those 2 additionals. I also have I have a soft spot in my heart for this stuff, so if you happen to have somebody who cannot find another way to go, the odds are probably very good I'll pay for them. So just contact me.
But I would advise you to funnel your money through the post. That way it's $50 less. Thank you.
Thank you, DC. Good. So we got a microphone and I'm gonna start with the vice. Is it working?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I don't
No,
think
it's
I
working,
can.
yes, it's working.
Well,
Bruce, you're giving up for vice commander.
You hear really good.
I can hear you without the mic.
Well, it's the,
Well, it's a matter of the camera picking him up.
Oh.
That's the reason for the mic.
grab this and start with you.
Did
Vice
we
Commander
ever,
Michaels, do you have a report, sir?
did we ever vote to approve that?
Yes, I do have.
Working?
Push
Push the button.
Hear me now?
Yes. Now it's working.
It's working, just turn it up.
Now I'm a
The lights
DJ.
flashing.
It's up.
Okay, real quickly,
You turned it.
I'm
You can
moving,
talk without it, it's not working.
I'm moving ahead on the final phases of shutting down post 421 East Hanover. Technically, they have already been canceled by DEC Kramer. The charter has been turned into department and was accepted by department. I was at post 155 the other night and discussed the latest with them. I just mailed out today the transfer forms down to Tricia, down at the department, and she'll officially transfer those people over to post 155. I'm trying to get a hold of Herman Marmon to make a final arrangement to discuss between the two posts, transferring of funds and so on. I'm back to having trouble getting a hold of Herman, but I will get a hold of him and we will get the two posts together to finalize that. And that should shut down officially post 421.
Herman's hard to get hold of.
Yeah. Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Vice Commander Actimov, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, sir. I report on the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. We've had our advertisement put into the program for the year, both the directory and the quarterly reports. But I'm also still looking for some members to be active in going to some of the meetings that they have. They have meetings every month, but we need about 3 or 4 people to do 2 meetings for the year so that they can at least understand what the whole concept of the chamber is and what activities we participate in. We're involved in listening to a lot of things, including the tax exempt and the transportation with government affairs. We're working on a few projects with the county college. We're at the county college with the Veterans Center and the Chamber of Commerce. We're involved with the education of the first 2 years of let me put it this way, 2 years of free college with free tuition, free credits. And if you decide you want to go on to another 2 years for your degree, your bachelor's degree, you already have the credits, plus you have a certificate for a technical skill job in the defense industry worth $80,000 to start. This is part of the program that we're involved in. The Legion is involved in. The politicians of Morris County are definitely part of, and we want people to help us participate throughout the county in the different programs of the business industry. The Chamber of Commerce has nonprofit committees, human relations committees, but we're involved with new business development and nonprofit activity because we are serving veterans in the community. So the report is positive. We're the only veterans organization that is in the Chamber of Commerce. Even though we hear a lot about the VFW, and I know a lot of you are VFW members, there's no reason why we have to be at odds on a lot of questions when they don't want to participate and we participate together. We don't do anything by ourselves. We always include them. So I look to all of you as commanders, as officers, to at least give us 1 day a year to be part of the Chamber of Commerce. So I thank you for the understanding. We're involved with Boys State and Girls State, and we want to increase that program. Will, during the week coming, I'd like to talk to you about Girls State because something was conveyed to me that puts a light on all of that activity that we're talking about that's not moving.
Maybe before we leave tonight.
Okay. But Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vice Commissioner Sam, what do you have a report, sir?
Yes, I do. Okay, a lot of you guys know that we're on Facebook. We have the Morris County Facebook page. Well, I was talking with some of the commissioners from Morris County, and we're gonna extend our Facebook page as a new page called Garden State Veterans Network. We want to go through the whole state of New Jersey, make it open to anybody that wants to put out information on what they're doing. We're already on. I just started it last week. We got 15 followers so far. I mean, it's a new endeavor, you know, Garden State Veterans Network. So if you join that, it's fine. You'll get all the information that's put on for any place in the state. That's what I have to say today.
Thank you, sir. Mayor Bergen. Welcome, sir. You have a report.
Nothing to report, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jim.
Vice Mayor Connors. Yeah, reports, sir.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. One report, Commander Thomas Heiler of my post 344 has officially stepped down. Commander he was a past commander, he's still staying on as a membership chairman. He's in need of a brain surgery for a dangerous brain aneurysm. Past commander and senior vice commander is the acting commander of the post through post 344's election in the spring. There was some controversy as to somebody stepping in. I reminded them that there is a chain of command, that they need to follow the chain of command, and somebody was not just going to step up and assume the role, even a past commander, as acting commander through the next election. I don't think 344 particularly liked that, but I told them that's the way the bylaws operate. The post bylaws, the county bylaws, the department bylaws, and the national bylaws. So as of right now, the acting commander is Pete Lomas. I'm going to notify the department that former Commander Heiler has been removed from his position by resignation, a voluntary medical resignation, and that there has been a change in command. And Norris, you left out something that we put into the minutes. I don't believe you mentioned it tonight, the volunteers you needed for the Chamber of Commerce. It was in the minutes. I don't know if you all had a chance to read it. Norris and Dominic have been going to all the chamber meetings. They need some assistance and some relief. They can't be there for each and every committee meeting. Now, the Morris County American Legion sits on the Government Affairs Committee for the Morris County Chamber of Commerce, but there are other committees in that chamber that need volunteers from Morris County American Legion posts so that they know that we're there, that we're members of the chamber, and that if that has impact on veterans, that we as veterans representatives are there and can convey information in both directions. So if any of you, especially those of you who are, retired and members of the leisure class, have time to participate, please help Dominic and Norris out. That's it in my report, sir.
Thank you, sir. Finance officer, give a report. I know you do.
Okay, gentlemen, in our savings account, we have $189,441.57. We made $1.61 in interest with a closing balance of $189,443.18. The checking account, our opening balance is $1,810.37. We spent $100 last month on food for our meeting. We took in $446 in per capita in rehab, leaving us a closing balance of $2,156.37. The Commander's Project as of tonight is $4,278.33. That's my report.
Motion to accept the report.
I make a motion, we accept the finance report.
Second, been made. We have a second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved.
One more thing, Commander,
Sorry, sir.
please. For per capita and rehab, we only have 2 posts that are still outstanding. If there's anybody here from Florham Park, post 43 or Morristown, post 59. Those are the only 2 that are outstanding. And that concludes my report. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Commander, can I ask a question?
Mr. Bergen.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So the savings account, that you have the money in, I just recently sold another building for a VFW. And we've been buying CDs, and they're very high rates. Like, I think right now you get a 9-month CD for 4%, which in 9 months would be almost $3,500, somewhere around there. Was it possible, or have you considered possibly buying it, taking maybe 150
We discussed
grand?
that last month.
You did?
I don't think anything's been done about it, but we did discuss it.
Oh, okay, all right, I wasn't here last month.
No, no,
That's
no.
all right.
Okay,
Nobody was gonna look into it. I actually don't recall. I apologize. I don't recall. who it
What
was.
bank do we deal with?
just, okay, so if it's any consideration, that's fine. Yeah,
Mr. Bergen, I have asked twice at Wells Fargo.
okay.
They have never gotten back to me. So as far as I'm concerned, no, I'm not gonna say that. They will offer 4%, but I can't get through to a manager. I tell them that all they keep telling me is I gotta make an appointment time, and they don't call me back. So that's all I can do.
Possibly that can help you if you'd like to.
I would love your help.
Yeah,
I would love anybody's help in
Your
trying
help
to
is
get us
actually
more
great.
money
Yeah.
on the amount of money that we have, because we could make a lot more on
Yeah,
the
if
interest.
$200 a month was smart. I commit to helping you after today, and I'm sorry to bring up old shit, but.
No.
Yeah, but thank you.
Mr. Bergen, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
Did you say it was Wells Fargo?
It was like old business, but new business with finance.
I'll talk to
Oh,
you.
yeah, I didn't know.
I have a relationship with Wells Fargo.
So do I. And I'm getting nowhere with it.
Well, we'll
I'm
figure it
dealing
out.
with the people up north, which are cowboys and Indians, and they're still in the horse and buggy days. Franklin, they just don't, they have 10 people in the office and nobody wants to help me.
I'll straighten it out for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Service officer, does service officer have a report, sir?
Yes, sir, I don't keep coming today. If you're not enrolled into the VA system, do so. Encourage everybody to do that. I mean, I've been going on for almost a year with the same song, but it is very important. Get enrolled in the VA system. Hey, I have a lot of money, I don't need it. It doesn't matter. It helps all the veterans for that. So please encourage everybody in your post. Get on it. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Chaplain is excused. Would you like to say anything for the chaplain report?
No.
Judge advocate excused. Historian, do you have a report, sir?
Well, I have something that I wanted to bring up. And I'm gonna make it so that it gets recorded. Okay, we talked about the wall bedroom memorial and about doing the wall. Okay, I brought a picture of what they want us to do. Now, according to our things, they want us to do the accession balance. The thing is, the total price is $3,379 to do this construction. But on the walkway leading up, they have bricks. And the bricks are, he says we could do a 10 by 10 brick. And let me see. You can pay for the discussion by selling the bricks to individual posts, individual people. And the bricks are $300 for an individual brick. And he said, trying to figure out what our cost is. He would only charge us for the bricks what it cost her. So we can make a profit in selling the bricks to offset the cost of building the whole assembly. And I believe we could sell the bricks for like $300, and it may cost us $90 for an 8x8 brick. So if we can get people, it doesn't even have to be from Morris County, it can be from anywhere, willing to buy some bricks, they can offset our cost of doing this whole entrance. And it can be belong to the American Legion, to the Morris County Legion, as they will have the main walkway into the place. Whenever some stuff is filmed or done at this place, it's going to be filmed on this bricks, and we're going to be out there. And I just want everyone to be aware of this, because I think this is something we would do. And okay, it's going to cost us $3,000 or more, but we can sell. I know our post agreed to buy a brick, and some other post agreed to buy a brick. So if we sell enough bricks, it can cover the cost that we have to pay for the whole project.
Do you know how many bricks are in that
We
walkway?
could do 50 or more. We could sell over 50 bricks if we wanted to.
Did they ever do a flyer so that you could fill it out and send a check in?
Well, the thing is,
They would take the one.
we have to agree. She had sent out a flyer, and she had about 2 or 3 people wanting to do it. But she had to send them the money back. So we have a lot of places that want to buy the brick. We have to decide if we're going to take on this project, and we're gonna authorize spending this money and selling these bricks. We can get the money in.
So it's not an individual thing. They want us to pay $3,000 and then the county collects the money?
Then the council, we'd buy the area,
We're-
we'd sell the bricks and.
And whatever we make profit on the bricks will go towards what we would have to spend.
Did that whole thing also include the podium? Did we
Yeah,
ever
that
find out?
includes the podium, and it would allow us to have the Morris County as one of its main big functions in there.
Okay,
And
wait,
it's
I
not charging us.
You have a question?
have a question. Bringing all this up, she tried to sell all this stuff herself and couldn't sell it. Now, why are you bringing it on us to sell it?
I am just,
You're transferring what she tried to do.
no, she offered this
So
to
What
us.
she offered
was
because
started-
she couldn't sell these.
So I started the project with her. And we had a bunch, we sent to all the counties in the state, and I got a bunch back. And whatever happened with her, she sent them all back to the counties. I
Right,
don't know what took place, and I just kind of stopped,
But we're
not
not,
stopped working with it, we just stopped the project.
yeah, we don't have to approve.
So
the
she's
project.
looking to kind of get out, and I think start having other people run this project and contribute.
what you're gonna have to do then is bring this up on the floor and see if anybody approves it.
Was there another question?
Thank
I
you.
can't get hands.
Yeah, my question is, what's the time frame of this?
Stand up, please.
When is this supposed to start,
Right now.
and how long?
It
So
could
they're just
start-
waiting
well,
for us,
it's
is
not-
all.
The construction is not gonna be into the summertime.
Okay.
Okay, so we have time, but the point is, we gotta decide, do we wanna do this or not?
Well, the bricks are down, it's already been built.
Right, it's already been built,
Podium's up,
the
bricks are
podium's
there.
up,
they're just regular pavers.
And
Or regular bricks.
and this individual that's running this project, who is this person that's running this project?
right now, I took it upon myself to meet with her. And
No,
to
but I don't
talk
mean
to
on
her.
our end, I mean, who is this person that you're dealing with?
What's her name?
Charlie.
And what is she work for the town or something?
No, she's
The
the
county?
one that constructed the old Veterans Memorial.
Okay,
She got the property donated, she got Home Depot involved in
She's
it,
a private individual.
private individual that just
Don't
loves
want any
veterans.
organization.
Now, it is an organization. It is a nonprofit, the All Veterans Memorial.
Yes.
Yeah, look at it online and you'll see what she's done.
And I think the state's gonna run the property when she's done.
County.
The state or
No,
Oh, actually,
the problem that happened was she wanted to turn it over to the state because it's too much trouble for her. But her town decided and created a grant that they're providing somebody to come in once a week and clean the place. And they're paying for it.
Yes, let me help you out here.
Good.
Charlie Herman is the driving force behind All Veterans Memorial. Many people here have spent time there, been there for ceremonies. Christina, Dave, post 59 guys. Okay, a lot of us have been involved in this for over the years. It's stunning to go look at it. The All Veterans Memorial is located within Perky Brook Park, which is in Mount Olive. Okay, so what's happened, Charlie has left the state. She doesn't live here anymore. She lives in South Carolina, I believe. So she's trying to get out of direct management. That's why she's trying to get this into a self-sustaining mode. So the town is now, and this is a big park, a very impressive park, I might
It
add.
is a big part, yeah.
Okay, she's got them arranged to come and do maintenance. Okay. So hopefully I've answered some of the questions. That's what's going on. I think she would have liked it to be the county or the state, but right now the town has done it.
What's the money for the bricks? What's the money being raised by the bricks for?
Well, the money being raised on bricks are they have to make these two entrances. One was gonna be as a representation from Morris County. Morris County is sponsoring this. And this other brick was for the Ascension Bell or something.
So the sale of the bricks is to improve the memorial.
Right, to make it bigger. Now, he says the cost to do this is $3,379. But to help us offset that cost, we could turn around and sell bricks in the walkway for $300 a brick. And it may cost us only $90 per brick. We keep the $210 to help offset that $3,000. That's the whole thing. If we don't want to do that, we could just spend the $3,000, $37,000, and be the end of it. But if we can sell some bricks, we can make some money to make bring that $3,000 down to maybe nothing.
There's gotta be more than 50 bricks.
No,
But she
50
said there
bricks is
more.
4,500.
Excuse me?
50 bricks equals $4,500.
I know the math. What I'm saying is there has to be more than 50 bricks there. I've been there. It's
I
quite large.
use 50 because they're gonna be 8x8 bricks. We could
So
put
she's
in,
not doing a regular sized brick?
there are 4 different size bricks we
Okay.
can use. Okay, but she just figured to make it look nice, we could do a 4x8, an 8x8, an 8x16,
Just to be responsible.
okay? And she gives me the cost of doing the bricks. This is her cost to have the bricks made. And so we can turn around and sell them
Pay her back.
for however much money we want to. I put a price of $300 for an 8x8 bricks, which would cost us $90. You make $210, help offset the cost of doing it. So, I mean,
So.
I know we have folks that would love to have their name up there, or a family member's name up there.
Who's gonna pay for the engraving on the brick?
That's the $90 for the engraving and everything. So it would cost us $90.
She has a company that does all the engraving for
She has everything, and she's not charging us any more than what it cost her.
Mr. Kramer.
I guess I'd like to make a motion that we need to have someone as our project manager to organize whatever we're gonna do, to get smart on it, start to look at preliminary, what posts are already ready to do this, and then come back to us and say, okay, this is what we've already lined up, so this is the net cost to the county, and we make up more of it later, because this doesn't have to end, as I understand it,
Right,
No.
today or this
Right.
year. We could sell bricks next year, the year after, okay? But I think we need to have a coherent,
well,
maybe not for the March meeting, but for the April meeting, say.
I'm willing to take on that position. If anyone wants to buy bricks or something, contact Post 450@AOL.com, and I will be the mediator. I will set up everything. All I need to know is your email address, your name, what you want on a brick, and I will put it together, and I will bring it at the next meeting, and we can decide how many bricks we sold. We can open it up to the whole
So
thing.
my motion is for a project manager, which you just volunteered, to gather this information and come back to us whether we want to make this March or April, and tell us how many we,
I second the motion.
okay, how many people have, how many posts have jumped, and how many will be left, so what the net cost will be, okay? So,
We have a motion and a second.
motion second.
Second, any questions?
Yeah.
Question,
Should be April because we have state commander coming in March.
correct,
Correct.
it'll be April. Well,
Thank you.
Mr.
Just
Mr.
one
Norris.
short question, Dennis, are you gonna be responsible for the $3,400?
Give it up.
No, we're
We're
not.
not giving them any money.
I'm asking,
How many bricks we
I'm
should sell.
asking a simple question. Are you gonna take the responsibility to create $3,400? That's what the problem is.
No, my problem is, if you guys don't wanna build this, then we just say, forget it.
No, it's already built. Are you buying it? Are you buying it?
No, that's not the motion, sir.
That's not the motion.
This is an exploratory project, Norris.
So then we're
That's
not
all it
even
is.
there.
Yeah, we're trying to.
There's no expenditure of money, Norris.
I
How
hear you.
how many bricks we could sell, and if it's worth it to us to even bother with it.
And I'll get a flyer out during the next 2 months, we'll talk to Dennis, and we'll see, so he's the project manager. And I think the motion is to have Dennis be the project manager and do an exploratory over the next 2 months and return in April.
So then in April, we would know that, for example, we've got commitments to sell 10 bricks.
Right.
So our net cost then for the county is 2,500. And at that point, we would have a motion on whether or not to spend $2,500 and hopefully sell more bricks over the months after.
It's gonna be years. I see that. That's why I'm asking poor Dennis, don't take this on. And do it like you're doing us a favor. You're helping her sell her share.
The thing is, the American Legion in Morris County had their name on so many projects inside the Old Veterans Memorial.
Yes,
We put our name on a lot of the projects. If you go to the Old Veterans Memorial website, you'll see what I'm talking about.
I agree with you 100%.
So
Okay, so let's move on to the,
let's,
Vote on
I'm
the
just
motion.
trying to say, let's close it with the big note that this is part of the American Legion, Morris County.
Hold on.
Just one question.
We're done.
one more question, then we're done.
If I take this back to my post and say, we can buy 8x8 brick and put post 390
Yeah.
Denville on it, it's gonna cost me $300.
Correct.
Correct.
All right, so
And
if I
if
go back and
someone wants to buy a brick for their grandfather, we'll do that too.
Post 390 has to buy 2 bricks. One for Post 390 and one for PDC Villard.
So that'll be $600, thank you.
Okay, and 155 will come for you next.
All right,
Okay,
all those in favor? All those opposed? So moved.
and I'm not, by the way, I'm not totally joking on that. I think that's something we should encourage our PDCs to be
Every-
recognized there. The free PDCs we have from this county
Yeah.
that I know of should all be memorialized if we can do it,
We can.
okay? It's $90 extra,
It's $90, right?
$90,
Yeah, to
okay?
us, it's $90, but Dennis doesn't see it that way.
I know, I wanna make, it sounds like I was making a
It's
joke,
okay.
that wasn't all joke.
No,
I really would like to do that.
and you're right, and I've seen it done where
Discussion.
the whole
Okay.
family,
Voting.
That's done.
Who's the name?
Committee reports. Do
Dennis, you don't.
Any
see
committee
the-
reports?
see the-
we have, DEC Kramer, you have anything? You did.
Let's get this thing finished.
Real quick, so SAL, look at your table, there's a flyer. I desperately need these flyers to go to your SAL squadron commanders, your SAL members. Put it in the bar, that's where they all hang out. We're having our meet and greet breakfast on March 8th. I should know my different running. It's gonna be at the Denville Post 390. We're gonna serve breakfast, we're gonna talk to them about the SAL. Continue building our county detachment and get some officers. Yes.
Commander, is that also open for Legionnaires who want to find out more about the?
I think we're gonna do that, so we need post, I want post commanders, but if there's representatives from a post that can attend. So they could understand what's going on with the SAL, that'd be helpful. And each post should have a liaison to the SAL. So your liaison, who's the person between your post and your squadron, should attend. And of course, we'll invite, county officers, Ray Ann Wallace has been invited. And of course, Rich Michael, who's the DEC for the SAL, will be there. So they're on your table. If you want more, ask me. Please get them, hand them out. I'm gonna start pushing it. You might see me pop in a post. Stick my nose into your bar, have a drink, and try and get people to attend. Any questions on that? Awesome, thank you. Bills and correspondence? No bills, no correspondence. Uncover. 10 o'clock ritual, we can please lower the lights.
Working on.
In hallowed fields, the flowers grow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks still bravely singing, fly scarce heard among the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in hallowed fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you with failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though flowers grow in hallowed fields.
Rest ye in peace, ye heroes dead, the fight that ye so bravely led. We've taken up, we will keep truth, faith with you, who sleep with each across the Marquis bed. In flowers blowing overhead, where once his own lifeblood runs red. So let your sleep be sweet and deep in hallowed fields. Fear not that ye have died for naught, the torch ye throw to us we caught. 10 million hands will hold it high, and freedom's light will never die. We've learned the lesson that ye taught, ye heroes dead.
So shalt thou rest in what if thou withdraw in silence from the living, and no man take note of thy departure. All thy breath will share thy destiny. The gate will laugh, and thou art gone. The solemn rod of air fly on. And each one, as before, will chase his favorite phantom. Yet all this shall leave the mirth and the employments, and shall come to make the bed with thee. As long as the train of ages glide away, the Son of Man, the youth of life green spring, and he who goes with full strength of years, matron and maid, the special day and the great headed man shall one by one be gathered to your side, by those who are in return shall follow them.
Wherefore it behooves us to bear in mind this admonition. So live that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan which moves to that mysterious realm, where each shall take his chamber in the silent halls of death. Go not like the quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Approach the grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams.
Our Heavenly Father, in His infinite wisdom, has transferred the following members to the jurisdiction of Post Everlasting of the American Legion. Post 91, Bill Robinson. Post 242, Bob McGreevy. May their souls rest in peace, and may each of us take up the torch borne by our departed comrades who have gone to the greater glory. May we never their memory be by serving the sick, needy, and by our continued service to our Lord and great commander of us all, and for our community, state, and nation.
Cover. And salute. Thanks, please. Old business. Any old business? Who yourself? No, once, twice. New business. Ma'am.
Commander, I'd like to make a motion that the counties donate $1,000 to the Department Commander's project with our check being presented to the Department Commander during his visit.
Thank you. Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. Any other new business? I saw another.
I don't know, I don't know if it's appropriate.
We'll find out in a second.
All right. I want to make an announcement. Post 27 is having a breakfast fundraiser.
That's kind of like new business. We're gonna
That's
hold
not
on.
new business?
No, it's
That's why I'm asking, okay.
it's under good in the order.
Oh, good of you. Thank you, okay.
You can't stop my practice before. Even though I'm gonna go to.
Tried to beat you. Well, we could have been at a shrimp scampi dinner or anything, but.
I had a hot dog. Any other new business? I saw them in hand. I have good news under new business. I met with Rayanne Walsh. She's the president of the Morris County Auxiliary. We're gonna have a testimonial dinner. It will be in Whippany's, but we're doing not for Rayanne and I, but for Morris County. So it'll be Rayanne, myself, we have a DEC for the SAL, Rich Michaels, so we kind of want to recognize the county. This conversation was only 2 nights ago, so for those of you making a face, I'm surprised. I didn't get to tell you yet, Mr. Kramer. I think it's gonna be in Whitney, that's her home post, we don't do a lot there, and it's a very large room. So our vice commanders get with her vice presidents, and we'll start working on how we're gonna do this dinner. I think it'd be nice to recognize Orange County, we're growing, we have a lot of great leadership to recognize, and it sounds like a great time to do it, to celebrate who we are. As information comes out, I will get it to our vice commanders, DEC Kramer, as quickly as possible. Bruce, I'm sorry, do you have your hand
I
up?
was just gonna ask if there was a date set or.
There is not. I spoke to her very quickly and we were throwing some dates around, so I don't have a number to give you. New business, but it's a question. Does anybody here remember or know, before Dave's time, post 451, the Rainbow Lakes post?
Does anybody remember?
Yes.
Was anybody involved with it? Was anybody a member?
They were merged into my post 249.
I have a great question for you. Do you have their ceremonial rifles? That's
Nope.
not the nod I wanted.
Nothing was.
So the United States
We only
government,
got
our army,
$2,000. That was all they turned over.
does anybody else have any information on this post that's before Dave's time?
I think they had a couple of members, I only got the Puffles. There were a couple of pay by year members. I think they may have ended up going over the Denville post. I don't know, but,
We'll keep researching.
I'm trying to think, what was his name?
Bill DeGrosky.
Bill DeGrosky.
That's what I told him.
Never mentioned anything to me. About ceremonial.
There's a warrant out for his arrest, get his attention.
So if anybody does have any information about that post, if you just
They didn't have a, they called it all the time.
And then I said,
at the lodge, okay. We'll continue. I appreciate what information we got. Anything else under new business? I think we're good. Okay, good of the Legion. Go ahead, sir. You can have your breakfast before my breakfast.
I'm new with this, so. All right, Post 27 American Legion, along with the American Legion Riders, is holding a fundraising breakfast on April 6th. It's $6 a person, $5 for children under 10, and pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon, turkey, ham sausage, home fries, coffee juice. I'm gonna hand this in to the gentleman who can put this on the website, the county website, if that's okay. And put that on for us.
I'll send it over to you then.
Thank you very much.
I'll send it over.
And because post 342 does not want to compete with 27, because we're working together, ours is not the same weekend. Ours is this Sunday. Come try ours first, 7:30 a.m. post 342 in Chester. $10, all you can eat.
It is a very good breakfast.
Oh, thank you.
Very good breakfast.
I endorse his breakfast. He's endorsing my breakfast.
This is cheaper.
We actually work each other's breakfast.
We serve higher quality. Top. We have Taylor ham pork roll.
Denville
Kramer
post 390.
shows up at every breakfast.
390, Mr. Tom, go ahead, sir.
390 on March 8th, the same day as your breakfast. That night at the post is gonna be a corned beef dinner.
I can just spend the
For
whole day.
St. Patrick's Day, so I think it's $15 a dinner for almost all you can eat, so.
And let's make sure we get that on the internet. Bruce,
for post 249, I have two things. First, an even better St. Patrick's Day dinner on March 8th.
challenge.
It's gonna have
Parties
potatoes.
with all the trimmings, buffet style, dessert, coffee, entertainment by DJ Nick. That's run from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are $30 per person and can be purchased at the Post Bar in advance. March 8th.
March 8th.
Second, for anyone, and I was hoping Tom and Harold would be here.
We're once again sponsoring, anyone needing a hotel room for the convention down in Wildwood. My auxiliary has gotten us rates of about $150, $155 per night through the weekend. They ain't bumping up the rates for the Friday, Saturday night on us. And we're staying at the Admiral. So there's a restaurant right down on the first floor, from what I understand. And if anybody needs more information, come see me. I'll try and answer your questions. We have a sign-up sheet at my post. The first sign-up sheet is all filled. My auxiliary president is getting me, getting some additional rooms. We should get at least 5 or 6 more rooms. So if anybody's looking to go down to the convention, post 155, your 2 guys have already been to my post. I saw them tonight. They were signed up. Okay. So they got rooms. So anybody else, please let me know. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Anything else, Good of the Legion? I just have a small Good of the Legion story. I think everybody remembers James Conroy. Maybe not everybody. His wife passed recently, Kathy Conroy, great person. His family went through their stuff and gave me his gavel from when he was Morris County Commander. So it was sitting on my desk, so let me use it in my last 3 meetings in honor of Mr. Conroy, who's one of my first gentlemen that helped me out in getting in the Legion. So a little good for the Legion. Mr. Conroy is a great person. Somehow ended up in the county because of him. Go to the Legion, anything else? Once, twice.
Yeah, scan the flyers and send them to post 450 at AOL, and I will get them up on the county webpage on the calendar. But nobody wants to seem to do that.
Do it.
So it's a way to get information out there.
Post 154. Thank you so much for the hot dogs. I waited all. You're shaking your head. I was thanking you.
Sorry, post 154.
John Turco, Commander. Elmer the cook. Whole day so I can have hot dogs. Next month we have the department commanders visit post 423 Milton.
And we're not having hot dogs.
No. Bring your own. Next month is in Milton again?
They so the reason post 423 in Milton was chosen, they're so great. They had the highest percentage of renewals in Morris County. I don't have the exact number. It was about 83.456%. And you're over the top now.
Yes,
sir. Throw that in there, didn't you? Legion formal. Coat and tie, please. Legion cap. Good behavior. March 21st. Post 423, 7 p.m. dinner. Any questions? Murphy's cooking.
Oh.
Any upcoming events? We kind of did that. Too early for golf still. Excellent. Is there any further business to come before this meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We got Vinny over here, which is making plaques for our post. You want to get up and discuss it? He has a business.
I own a woodworking company, and these are the
Come
plaques
up
that
by
I'm
the
making.
camera.
Yeah, come on up so everybody can see. We don't fight.
We give you a microphone, but it doesn't.
Enunciate.
I'm the adjutant at Post Work. And these are the plaques that I'm making for our post. We have little name plaques in the bar. It's epoxied into the bar. So there are some members that want to redo plaques. They want to get new plaques, and I'm making these. These are about $65 a piece, and about a big portion goes to our post for fundraising, and then a portion goes to my woodworking company. So if there's anyone here at their post that wants to create something like this, let me know.
For their post.
For their post, at our post.
No, at their post, if they
While
wanted
you're
to.
talking, you should pass that around.
Yeah, that's why I brought this here, so everyone can take a look at it. And if you want some flyers, I have some flyers, some samples of the flyers. My email's on there. You can contact me. I can come by your post. I can deliver whatever you guys need. And these things, the turnaround time is just like 2-3 days. So just let me know. It's a good way to build funds for your post and raise money. It's 4 by 4.5 inches, and there's 2 different types. I'll pass the paper around. So that one is $65. It's laser engraved, and then there's another one that's $75, and you can put like another message in, like a heartfelt message for whoever you're purchasing it for. It's only for Legion members, not SAL.
Maple?
It's hard maple, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
What's that?
Got a flyer.
Yes, I have something here.
So he'll leave the flyers in the.
I'll leave it on your
The
middle
bottom.
table, whoever wants them, come and grab it.
Thank you very much. Try this again. Is there any further business to become before this meeting? Uncover. Chaplain would offer a prayer.
Our Heavenly Father, we deem this a fitting time to pay our respects to our departed comrades. As we stand with bowed heads and reverence to them, let us remember the good deeds they accomplished. Let us revere them as good soldiers who fought the good fight in a just cause. Let us silently pray for peace, the peace that passes all understanding. And let us in mind and soul consecrate our hearts and lives to the real America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, the America worth fighting for. As we stand in silence to our departed comrades, may we sincerely say, may their souls rest in peace. Let us also remember the POWs and MIAs still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts. Amen.
Amen. Cover. Until we meet again, let us remember that our obligation can only be fulfilled by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be the main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful of the honor of the country, our organization, and ourselves, and nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy. Colors in place, and salute. 2. I now declare this meeting of the Morris County Committee of the American Legion Department of New Jersey adjourned.
Benny?
Thank you for your assistance. Our breakfast is better than your breakfast.